Hi friends, I'm Phoebe. Welcome to my music discovery journey where I catch up on all the music I've missed out on over the years and share my great finds with you. Now, most of you are probably familiar with Motionless in White at this point. I am still scratching the surface and heading deeper into the rabbit hole. It's a great one. I have come across Voices, which was released in 2017, so a few years older. Not old. It's not 10 years yet. And we'll see what this is about, I guess. There might be, for legal reasons, uh, something covering this video. I apologize. I will be posting these to my Patreon without anything covering them up, and we'll be starting and stopping for legal reasons as well. Okay, let's see what this is like. Voices. Oh, hang on. So we won't start and stop that much, but
voices in my head again, trapped in a war inside my own skin. They're pulling me undone.
Okay, Voices. I had a feeling it was going to be about voices in your head. Love the headbanging start.
I swallow myself like a fever of veins. I've come to the measure, but still feel the pain. If I showed you my soul, would you cover your eyes? If I told you the truth, would you dare me to lie? I keep it all inside because I know the man is everything but kind. Voices!
Oh, okay. We're gonna break down the first part of this already because that's quite a chunk. Voices in my head again, trapped in a war inside my own skin. That's very powerful. I didn't know that's what he said at first. He's fighting with himself in his head. He's got voices in his head. It's very obvious what's going on right now. We don't have to really think about what he's trying to articulate. They're pulling me under, dragging him down. Go. I've swallowed myself, but the fever remains. Is that like I've lost myself, but I'm witnessing the after effects? I'm numb to the pleasure, but still feel the pain. He's hurting. He's in a dark spot. If I showed you my soul, would you cover your eyes? Because it's probably grim under there. If I told you the truth, would you dare me to lie? Because the truth hurts. The truth is too painful, too gross, too grim. I keep it all inside because I know the man is everything but kind. Shit. I don't think this is one that I would feel emotional about, but that's really, really powerful. We can't be truly open to everyone because we know the darker side of humanity, that people won't be supportive. That could be through hundreds of different scenarios. People are judged for their sexuality, for their choices, for their vulnerability. I said this in the last Motionless in White reaction that I did, that men's mental health in particular is sometimes seen as a shameful thing to talk about. It shouldn't be, and more recently this has been acknowledged and talked about as an important thing. But over the years, if a man shows this vulnerable side, it was seen as a weakness when it absolutely isn't. And that narrative has to be changed. But it's very sad that he's saying here, I keep it all inside because I know the man is everything but kind. You can't always feel like we can share our truly authentic and vulnerable sides because people might actually hurt us for it. A lot is going on in the world where people are hurt for just existing. it shouldn't matter the color of your skin, your gender, your sexuality, any of that and beyond. Like, it, why can't people just exist in harmony? Why do people have to dictate how others should be or live? God, that's powerful. We haven't even hit the chorus.
Would you cover your eyes if I told you the truth? Would you dare me to lie? I keep it all inside because I know the man is everything but kind. Voices in my head again, beating me in a war I can't win. I can hear them now, swept in a game inside my own skin. And I don't know myself anymore. They're pulling me under. Voices.
Ooh. Very cool. I like the visuals, how he's feeling trapped, how they're like walls that are not being broken down. He's in a straight jacket. There's different, it's almost like there are different versions of himself or different versions of everyone that are unable to break free or keeping everything trapped, feeling trapped for that reason. Voices in my head again, beating me in a war I can't win. I can hear them now. That's so well articulated, isn't it? Trapped in a game inside my own skin, and I don't know myself anymore. They're pulling me under. Voices. I like the woes. That's really good for like crowd participation at live events. It's just so well articulated. I can't handle the voices inside my head. The voices that are inside our head sometimes are mean to us or quite overpowering. Sitting in silence allows us to overthink, and that can be dangerous for some people, that we go into a negative spiral perhaps, and we might not always know how to come out of it or want to come out of it, practice techniques that help. Not everything works for everyone, and that's difficult to deal with.
Of shadows and death, I curse not the wicked, I praise not the blessed. If I told you the truth, you beg me to change. If you are a currency, you own a bank. Voices in my head again, beating me in a war I can't win. I can hear them now, trapped in a game inside my own skin. And I don't know myself anymore. They're pulling me under.
I love how the next part kind of overlaps. We had that with the verse and the chorus at first. As I walk through this valley of shadows and death. Oh, it's kind of a little bit of a reference to other stuff. I curse not the wicked, I praise not the blessed. Perhaps not. I won't judge. I'm not cursing the wicked. I'm not praising the blessed. Is that not judging? Is that trying to stay mutual? If I told you the truth, you'd beg me to change. I fear we're a currency you'd owe the bank. It's showing that he can't. Once again, he can't share what he's going through because people won't like it, and so he feels like he's silenced. People would fear him, what's inside his mind, because it's dark. And yeah, if I told you the truth, you'd beg me to change. If there were a currency, you'd own the bank. And then back to the chorus. Then
inside my own skin. And I don't know myself anymore. They're pulling me under. Voice I don't want to live. So callous and frozen, ugly and hopeless. I don't want to live forever. I just want to live right now. In my head again, voices in my head again, beating me in a war I can't win. I can hear them now, trapped in a cave inside my own skin. And I don't know myself anymore. They're pulling me under. Voices.
God, his vocals are so amazing, aren't they? I don't want to live. Some people don't want to live when they can't be open and share their vulnerable side, or not feel like such a burden with these heavy things weighing them down, and perhaps others. If you can't share what's really on your mind, it builds up until you blow or you give up on everything. I don't want to live. So calloused and frozen, ugly and hopeless. He's being mean to himself. He's allowing the voices to win by saying these things. I don't want to live forever. I just want to live right now. Again, what I said before with why can't people just exist without living in fear themselves? Talked about other people might be in fear of what is deep down on his mind. But what about him? You know? What about his thoughts and feelings and mental well-being? Mental health is such an important thing. Good mental health is important. Bad mental health is important to address and try to work through it. People talk about mental health like saying, oh, they've got mental health. We've all got mental health, and some people see that as a bad thing, but it's either good or bad, or perhaps somewhere in the middle. Nothing is just black and white, is it? But I find it interesting that people talk about mental health but forget to kind of add that bit in. But it's about mental well-being, isn't it? And hopefully trying to do things that help that rather than hinder it, which here it's being massively hindered, that he just wants to live. He just wants to make the most of life and exist without worrying about what anyone thinks of his true feelings. So that's sad. You can't take from me. Voices in my head again. And then back to the chorus. Voices in my head again, beating me in a war I can't win. He's saying you can't take from me, so he's reaching within himself and trying to say, you won't break me, you won't pull me down, even though they are. But he's trying to fight back, at least. Whether he's successful, it feels like it's a war he's not winning, as the chorus suggests. It's even got visuals of them looking at themselves, kind of perhaps coming to terms with it, or just acknowledging things, trying to find themselves again. It's like it's out of body experience, isn't it? They're seeing it all uncover, and they're reflecting.
I don't know myself anymore. They're pulling me under.
this makes you have so much more respect for them, I think, as a band. You don't know what people's stances are on things, but it feels like this is going to be relatable to a lot of people, and I hope that that means that their stance is kind of just in favor of people's existence. It's not, shouldn't be too much to ask, should it? It looked like he ran towards himself and then almost broke free of the straight jacket, free of the chains. Or he was in a war with himself and that caused his ultimate demise. We don't know. He wasn't there anymore. Then the others, we had them looking at each other, kind of just there, dealing with it, almost like a, this is what it is. I'd be intrigued to see what other people make of that. I really like the I keep it all inside because I know the man is everything but kind line, but also it hurts the most because it's a harsh truth of the state of the world today. And if we all just had a bit more compassion and weren't fighting each other because the people at the top are dictating what we do, the world would be such a better place. There are so many evil things happening at the top of the governments, top of the power ladder, and there are so many crimes being committed that are, we're being distracted at the bottom here by insignificant things when there are really serious things going on at the top, and people getting away with murder and all sorts of other triggering things. Why can't people just exist? Why is there a narrative spun? A race war, a gender war, sexuality war. Like, who fucking cares what you look like, who you are, how you are, if you're a good moral person? Shouldn't that be enough? It's just something to think about. Thank you for listening to me ramble once again. I'm a very passionate person, clearly. Shout out to anyone on Patreon. No, there. If you join Patreon, you can join for free and get some of our blocked videos, which I'll be posting some of these on there if I've got the legal reasons thing popped up. You can also join from £1 and up to be on this little list of supporters at the end of my videos as a thank you. So thank you to anyone on there. Thank you to anyone who suggests anything on Ko-fi and helps me keep me going. I really, really appreciate that more than you know. I didn't think I'd be able to do this as full time as I am doing, and fingers crossed that it stays like that. You never know what happens from one day to the next. But thank you so much for listening. Your time is so precious. So above anything, thank you for your support. Just watching is huge to me. I will see you soon. Take care. See you soon. Bye.